two black teens is stopped by police while sitting in a car. And get this, family, here's the kicker right here, in their own driveway. And one of the police officers is claiming that he was pulled from the vehicle while these two black teens was trying to get away from the scene. And my thing on it is this: why did y'all stop these two young brothers to begin with? They were on their own private property, which is the driveway, minding their own business. They wasn't posing no threat, so y'all had no probable cause to begin with to even stop these two young brothers. But I forgot, probable cause to y'all is driving while black or sitting in a vehicle while black or something of that nature. And I don't respect it, nor do I rock with it, because y'all only stopped these two young brothers because they were black, truth be told. Now y'all saying that y'all got pulled from the vehicle, but y'all had no probable cause to even, go up to the vehicle to begin with, and if you do, I don't mean to sound inconsiderate at all, but if you do dumb things sometimes, you get dumb prizes, you do stupid things, you get stupid prizes. So, that cop would be all right if you ask me. But, the two young brothers were shot at, and, one, by the grace of God, made it without getting scathed by these bullets. And the other one, is unfortunately sitting in critical condition. Our young brother shot from two police officers, and this was senseless. They just ran up on our brothers because they were sitting in a driveway of a car while black. And I don't respect it, nor do I rock with it. Now, the police officers are mad that the young brother's father, one of the young brother's father, and the other one's uncle was speaking out against what happened to his loved ones. And rightfully so, he got the right to speak out because he said he seen the whole thing go down and unfold. And he knows that y'all didn't have no probable cause. They weren't doing nothing, minding their own business in their own driveway. So I got the audio and the video of this nonsense, and we're gonna walk through and talk about it how we normally do. Fair use. Just a second, family.
Tonight, a father speaking out after son and nephew were shot at by Detroit police overnight.
The teens are accused of dragging an officer with their car, prompting police to shoot. Jacqueline Francis is live tonight from DPD headquarters. Jacqueline, what is that father saying tonight?
The father says he saw the whole thing happen and believes the officers had no reason to shoot.
They not only had no reason to shoot, but they had no probable cause. And these teens were sitting in a car. Y'all probably spooked them, didn't announce yourself. You could have been the robbers, the jack boys, or whoever, you name it, coming to do them some kind of harm. And when people are coming to do you harm, what do? You flee. Your humanly instinct going to be to flee from that harm. You know what I mean? You don't know who's coming to harm you or pose no threat to you. So these teens, truth be told, they didn't even know who was coming. So if the cop, got drugged, I don't even believe, I don't believe nothing the police say. But if he was so happened to get drugged, you know what I mean? The teens, they didn't know who this cop was. He probably didn't announce himself, just running up on somebody. Like I said, I don't mean to sound like somebody that's insensitive to the matter, but when you do stupid things, you get stupid prizes sometimes. And this cop, didn't have no probable cause to even run up on these two teens. But let's continue.
What's your reaction to them shooting?
Terrible. It's terrible. They just wrecked them kids like.
This is Dee. His son and nephew were shot at by Detroit police Tuesday night.
Yeah, I saw it happen. I was sitting right in the door.
It happened in their driveway on Detroit's west side. Police say the two cousins, aged 17 and 18, were sitting in the car in the driveway. Officers say they approached the car.
And this is why I get pushed back to this family. In one of them white suburban neighborhoods, if two, white golf players, young teen white golf players were sitting in a car, they wouldn't have came up to the car for any reason. No police officer, claiming that they fit the description or they had suspicion or something or this, that, or the third. They only do this to black people in black neighborhoods. This is why I get pushed back to this kind of nonsense, because truth be told, whatever happened to that police officer, that's on him. He put himself in the line of danger. He should have never ran up to that car. He had no probable cause, and hit the probable cause to this so-called police officer in all actuality was only these two young brothers being black, and I don't respect it. So that's why I give pushback to these kinds of things, because it's double standards in the so-called justice system. If this was two young white guys, golf players, they would have got, how you doing today? You know what I mean? And they would have got coddled and pampered. They wouldn't even came up to the vehicle, truth be told. But let's continue.
the car as it looked like one of the teens was hiding something under the seat. Police say the teen
And they always say that, these police officers, hiding something or you fit the description. But let's continue.
driver backed into the squad cars and an officer got dragged and hurt.
And as he attempted to turn, he dragged the officer by the vehicle itself. Fearing for their own safety, two officers did fire numerous rounds at the car.
Me and my wife sitting right in the door, and she was hollering.
But that officer, truth be told, he had no probable cause to even engage that situation. These young brothers could fight this because they were on private property or their own driveway. And even if they did try to pull away from and get away from the scene, that officer, he didn't know who the officer was. Truth be told, somebody just running up on him, it probably was the nighttime. You can't see. They probably didn't announce themselves. And I'll take it to this one, even if they can't, find a loophole in that, something with that. The cops should have never engaged the two young brothers. Legally, you can't just engage people, sitting on their own property, unless you see them in the act of a crime or actively engaging in a crime, which this police officer, I know he didn't see them engaging in nothing because they wasn't doing nothing. But let's continue.
In the door, and she was hollering, "Stop! Don't shoot!" They just shot anyway.
Dee's nephew was shot multiple times in the chest.
He dragged the officer by the vehicle itself. Fearing for their own safety, two officers did fire numerous rounds at the car.
Me and my wife sitting right in the door, and she was hollering, "Stop! Don't shoot!" They just shot anyway.
Dee's nephew was shot multiple times in the chest.
Yeah, the wife and this brother right here, they knew they was going to shoot because 9 times out of 10 with these race soldiers and no good police officers, Ku Klux Klan members with a badge, I'll call them. When it comes to black people, it's shoot first and ask questions later.
He's in critical condition. His son was not hit and went to the police station Wednesday to give his side of the story. He was released and is back home with family.
He could be dead right now. But they trying to make it seem like they did something. They were just sitting in their driveway.
They didn't do
talking
nothing.
in the car.
Y'all could beat that.
The incident is under investigation by Michigan State Police. The officer who was hurt, he was taken to the hospital and has been released. Reporting live from police.
Because knowing them, they still going to try to put some kind of charges on these teens because they're going to try to say they fled the scene, but they could spin it and they can actually, spin it and get paid probably too because this brother's nephew was shot. So, what's the probable cause? I would get me a lawyer. What's the probable cause for these race soldiers to run up on my nephew or my son, and handle them like that because they were sitting on private property in their own driveway, and they could probably get off and get paid off of it. They could probably get a double whammy off of this one, get the money and get paid. But hopefully bump the money and but hopefully this young brother that got shot, is going to be able to pull through from these injuries, because money can't compare to, life. It don't equate to life, but because I know they're going to try to put charges on these two young brothers. That's why I said that. So hopefully they get a good lawyer and they can fight this because, that's what how the law is going to try to spin it. But they tried to run from us, fleeing and eluding. They hurt a police officer, this, that, and the other. I can hear it now. So, yeah. They got a mighty good case on their hands because he had no probable cause and this brother was shot, so they could probably get paid from the city off of this one. Just my thoughts on the matter, but hopefully that young brother is all right that got shot up like that. Peace.